Who at the Tylenol company pissed off the blob? In case you missed it, apparently the blob has the answer to autism. There's a lot to unpack here. The Three Stooges today gave a presser, basically saying that pregnant women who have taken Tylenol have caused autism in their children. Because that's basically what they said. Pregnant women shouldn't be taking Tylenol, acetaminophen.
I said, well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen.
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 Acetaminophen. How the fuck are these ones making decisions about people's health? But they're basically saying, if a woman took acetaminophen, Tylenol, during pregnancy, you're the reason your child has autism. So you shouldn't take it. They're going to change the labels. They're going to send letters to doctors telling them not to prescribe it. And if you do prescribe it, it needs to be in the lowest dose for the least amount of time. Suck it up, according to Donald, the non-doctor. But the second thing that causes autism, you guessed it, vaccinations. According to Donnie, and I'm hesitant to even play the clip. When you hear it, you'll know why. But according to Don, instead of giving vaccines all at once, space it out over 4 or 5 years. Nothing could go wrong. It's not like we have measles outbreaks now. There's just so much messed up medical. I'm gonna play it, and then I won't play anymore. I promise.
They pump so much stuff into those beautiful little babies. It's a disgrace. I don't see it. I think it's very bad. They're pumping, it looks like they're pumping into a horse. You have a little child, little fragile child, and you get a vat of 80 different vaccines, I guess, 80 different blends, and they pump it in. So ideally, a woman won't take Tylenol. And on the vaccines, it would be good instead of one visit where they pump the baby, load it up with stuff. You'll do it over a period of 4 times or 5 times. I've been so into this issue for so many years just because I couldn't understand how a thing like this could happen. And it's artificially induced. It's not like something that when you go from all of those, healthy babies to a point where I don't even know structurally if a country can afford it. And that's the least of the problems. To have families destroyed over this is just so terrible. I also, and we've already done this, we want no mercury in the vaccine. We want no aluminum in the vaccine. The MMR thing should be taken separately. This is based on what I feel, the mumps, measles, and all the 3 should be taken separately. And it seems to be that when you mix them, there could be a problem. So there's no downside in taking them separately. In fact, they think it's better, so let it be separate. The chicken pox is already separate because when that got mixed in, I guess they made it 4 for a while, it really was bad. So they make chicken pox. Individually, they're okay. When you mix them, something maybe happens. So there's no downside in doing it. It's not like, if you do it, bad things. No, it's only good side. And it may not have that much of an impact, but it may have a big impact. So let those be taken separately. And then hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old.
Nothing bad can happen, only good. Except an increase in mumps and measles and rubella. And Hep B isn't just sexually transmitted. I think it's weird that you want to wait till kids are 12. It's just so gross. Never say pump. But here's the thing. The mumps and measles and rubella vaccines all came to be in the 60s. Autism has existed far before that. He also kept referencing the fact that there are places in the world that have no autism. He even used Cuba as an example of low rates of autism because they can't afford Tylenol. You know what else the places who have low rates of autism can't afford? Diagnostic tools. Because newsflash, autism has always existed. It either wasn't diagnosed or people were put away in institutions because people didn't know what it was. But it has always existed. Always. When people were viewed as different, they're a write-off. Now there are more tools, experts, none of the ones that were on this panel. so that children who are either nonverbal, have behavioral issues, aren't just tossed aside into institutions. And it's a whataboutism. Parents of autistic kids, it's ripping families apart. Who the fuck are you to say that? They used to think that about kids with Down syndrome. Turns out that's not the case. We just need a more accepting world. But people of the blobs variety don't like people that are different, don't like people that are gonna hold back their ideal utopian little world. We saw that again, historically, elsewhere. So you're blaming women. You're basically saying to women that there is no reason for you to ever take Tylenol when you're pregnant. And God forbid if you do, because you know bloody well you're gonna be blamed. If, based on genetic predisposition, you have a child with autism. Nothing like shaming a parent for something that is out of their control. But moreover, and this is gonna be of special interest to people in Alberta, you have this guy, Dr. Oz, co-founder, co-owner, somehow his grubby little mitts were in, Atabay Pharmaceuticals. I've heard that before. Where have I heard that before? Remember the $80 million of children's Tylenol, acetaminophen, that was purchased under the name Parole, from Atabay Pharmaceuticals. The same guy, in and around, that is now standing next to the blob, telling people that you shouldn't be giving Tylenol to children. I mean, this shit just writes itself. You bought children's Tylenol for an absurd amount of money from a guy that knew a guy that knew a guy that is standing next to the blob and saying, don't ever give Tylenol to children. You fucking donkeys! Instead of finding reasons to vilify a mother, even a child, that is born with a condition and creating a frenzy over something you're still looking into and telling people that you found this magical cure that you're still looking into to fix their child, maybe we could work on other types of support. But just pop a pill, right? I guess it has to be the right pill. Trump's not a doctor. RFK is not a doctor. Dr. Oz used to be a doctor, now he's a quack. What's she gonna do with all that Tylenol now, Danny?